that you leave me, keep me in your headspace. No, and creeping in the night, keeping me in the back lane. Hate it when you leave, when you're taking my time. Leave me alone for the rest of the night. Some things they have the upper hand on my mind, running me around thinking that you're mine. Always put me down when you have a finger pointing at me. Always put me down when you have a finger pointing at me. Why you lie to me?
Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Hope you are okay on that side of the screen. Now, all the soundtracks and sound effects that you might hear on this particular video will be from the platform Audiio, which is what I'm going to talk about today, my experience for the last 2 weeks or so, and my expectation is that in the future you will listen a lot more of the soundtracks from Audiio on my YouTube videos, so just stay tuned for that. If you aren't subscribed to the channel, just press the button right over there, and don't forget to leave a thumbs up as well for the channel and also for this platform, which has some really interesting features. Now, I will show you two situations, one of which is the Audiio platform here on a website through a laptop or desktop, whatever you use, and the other thing that I'm really enjoying is to use the phone, and there's not a app dedicated for this yet. But just with the browser, the website is so well made that with the browser I've got an experience that looks like an app, and I'll show that in just a few moments. But first of all, let's take a look right over here at the website, and I'm gonna share some of the things that I really enjoy right over here. First of all, if you check out the page, you'll see a lot of information. For example, 30,000 sound effects, and we will see few of them, but really nice. Now, I've got a menu right over here, and let's start by browsing music. One of the things that I really enjoy right over here is that when we browse these soundtracks, when there are so many soundtracks, it's not easy to select what we want. So we need tools to help that guidance, and there are a few really interesting tools right over here. So first of all, we are at the music parameter here, and we can select, for example, the mood. Let's say that I'm feeling aggressive on the video that I'm producing, or on that part of the video. So if I press aggressive, it will match the music or the kind of music that it's more aggressive in terms of its beat. So here it's showing me pop, rock, electronic, hip hop, and things like that. If I deselect this and if I put chill, for example, then it will start to choose other kind of music, and we will select and select. Now I can say, okay, this is my mood, but I can also say, in this mood I want only cello, for example, and it will try to figure out. I never tried this combination, so it will try to match the cello with that mood. And besides that, we have a lot more filters right over here that will help us to decide which soundtrack to use on which video. For example, we can go by video theme. So corporate, for example, is one of the styles that really interests me, not only for YouTube but for other jobs that I do for clients. Also, we have the documentary style music, education, fashion. Well, you can read, so I will not waste much of your time, but you can see right over here that the tool is great. Now, besides all this, you can go by the bits per minute, if you want vocals or not, if you want just instrumental. And then there is one thing that it's, in my opinion, really important, is the duration. Sometimes we create a video and we know the genre, we know the kind of instrument, but we need something that really finishes at the end of that video to create a more dramatic effect. And right over here I can select, for example, my video, if it's from 4 minutes to 4 minutes, in this particular case, let's say 5 minutes or so. Of course, we can cut the music here and there to adjust, but just to have a rough idea, it will give me soundtracks that are comprehended between this time space. So 5.5, 446, 507. So this is a great tool if we are deciding the instrument, the genre, the mode, and then of course the time that we need for that particular track, and this is one of the great tools. Okay, so this is regarding the main features right over here in terms of browsing. Let me just show you one thing that might be important for the content creators that might appear right over here. I'll leave a link down below so that you can go directly to Audiio, and there is a promo at the moment which I will show in just a few moments. But for the content creators, this sign right over here is really important, and 95% of the library has this license. This song is approved for YouTube monetization. You can use on YouTube and other similar platforms because the license will grant you that. Now here we have the genre, we have the duration, we have the beats per minute, and we can select if we want to just make this favorite or not. And here we can play the music, but I can also play just by pressing the music right over here, create a new playlist, add to an existing playlist. And I was not really creative because by default we have something called favorites, which will be the soundtracks that will appear when we put right over here. And when selecting a new playlist, what I did call it favorites as well, so that was very original. But I can select this and say okay, add that to my playlist, and if I go right over here I will have probably just two, yeah. But if I go to favorites, which I did on my phone while I was doing something else and I was listening to some soundtracks, and I thought okay, this one will be great for this one will be great for that, and so on and so forth. So this is the option that we have right over here, and of course we can also download the soundtrack. And in this particular case, if I want to use this soundtrack for one of my videos, which I will have to generate a few licenses for this video and for other future videos, I just need to create the license, and then I can view license and download the soundtrack right over here. And if I check view license, I've got 3 licenses at this moment. So if I go right over here, it will open the license or download the license, and then I can just save the license somewhere safe. And one thing really important is that if you decide 2 years or 3 years later on down the road you don't want to use Audiio anymore, which I don't really believe that because they are growing and growing, but let's imagine that that happens. What happens is that you have your licenses, which are a lifetime license, so it's perpetual, it's yours, even if you don't have any situation with Audiio anymore. Now talking about that, let's go for the pricing really quickly right over here so that we can check it out before we go to the sound effects. So in terms of pricing, there are 3 different models, and in my opinion, if you are beginning or if you want to try, I do believe that this one here, Audiio Pro, is the best one to start off. Especially it has 70% of the first year, so these $200 right over here will roughly be $60 more or less, which is a really attractive price for 12 months of a huge library with unlimited downloads. So this is my suggestion, but they also have 2 options right over here. Lifetime music, which you'll pay once, $299 forever, the library of Audiio. But there is a difference between the Audiio Pro and the lifetime music, because lifetime music is just music library. There are no sound effects. So if you want sound effects as well, you will need to purchase this license right over here. So in total, sound effects plus lifetime music will cost $500. And in this license at the middle right over here, you will have 16.60 per month billed annually with a discount of 70% of the first year, but both for music and the sound effects. So that's the biggest difference. Now let's go just really quickly to the sound effects, which is right over here. Sound effects, 30,000 sound effects and growing, so you will have a lot. We have a lot to choose from, and once again we can narrow our search. And for example, dramatic, so this is the kind of sound effects that you will find right over here, but there are a lot. We can go and search for this kind of cinematic collections, but let's try one which I really love, which is footsteps. This is something really dramatic in some videos, YouTube videos or any other video. And let's say that I want to use so this is just an area for footsteps, and you have a lot. This is the sound that I do when I'm jogging on trail. So as you can see, there are a lot to choose from. Once again, we will need the narrow tools that are right over here to get the sound effect that we want. We also have by duration and so on and so forth. Now, besides these sound effects, which is a huge library, as we can see right over here, and of course we can also search by, I don't know, let's say water, something to do with water. If I press right over here and select, it will give me water, things to do with water. This one right over here, cauldron bubbles 4. Okay, it's water, so you can select anything that you are thinking. Okay, I'm thinking about footsteps, or I'm thinking about water, I'm thinking about this, and you will find it. So really cool, this sound effects section right over here. Now we also have something really nice, which I've been using on the phone, and I'll show you in just a few moments, which is the playlists already created by the Audiio creators and stuff. So we will press on one of these and it will have a according playlist with a lot of songs which are best of 2021, for example, and you'll find others like Feeling Great or hip hop, rock, cinematic. We have a lot to choose from, so this is great in my opinion. I've been doing this on the phone while I have nothing to do. I'm just chilling. I will listen to music, and then if I like the music for some kind of project, just press the favorite. It will save on my library, and once I get home, once I'm starting to work, okay, I know that I did save the music. I just go there and bam. So this is the way that I'm doing right now, and it's working great for me. Now besides this, we also have the favorites, which the one that I created, or I didn't, this is the default one. This is recent, so music that I did play recent. This is great as well, because sometimes I'm listening to something that I really enjoy, I forget to put it on the favorites, but I know that I've got on the recent music played right over here. So this is the recent, and then of course I can create more playlists. I only have one, which I did call favorites, and that is it. Now let's take a look at the, so as I said, there is no app, and as you can see right over here, Audiio, I did create a shortcut on my desktop. You can do this on Android as well, and the thing is that it works really great. The first time that I did try, I was looking for an app. There isn't. I just went to the site, made my login, and that is it. If I go to playlists, for example, I will see exactly the same playlist that I've got right over there. And if I get in one of these, doesn't matter which, I press right over here on this one, it will start to play. And if I want to see the info or the music, here it is. So really nicely done. So this doesn't look like it's a browser, it looks like a app, because the website is really well designed. So we have everything right over here. We have the favorites that I was showing before. We have the price. Well, that doesn't matter for now because we have seen the playlists that we have, the sound effects. So I can just go to the sound effects and I can start listening to a few and then save the ones that are favorite to me, and that is it. So in terms of the phone, although there isn't an app, I've been using on my walks, I've been using in the car, I've been using on my day-to-day use it to listen to some music and then fast forward if it doesn't matter to me. And the ones that I really enjoy, just press the button on the favorite site and boom, it goes to my library. So raining on streets. Yep, it's raining and it's on a street, I think. It's on a street, isn't it? This is it, guys. Hopefully this video was helpful in some way, and if it was, don't forget that usual thumbs up right over there. In my opinion, the platform is really interesting, is growing. It's made by people that knows the industry, both music and content creation, so this is a great interaction. I'm really pleased to have the opportunity to test it out, share with you, and if you want to know more, ask me in a few weeks, in a few months, and I will be able to answer a bit better, because I'll be using the platform to enrich my videos with library from Audiio. That being said, hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did so, don't forget that usual thumbs up right over there. My name is Roberto Jorge, and as always, I'll see you guys on the next one.